You living your best, prepare for the worst. Cali go make a me know it's a must. Then I taxi, they know I'm a boss. Win on my mind and me team not the loss. Me team not the loss, 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 me team not the loss.
Yo, it's your boy, Big Boy Biggs. We are here again on the Afro Aussie podcast doing another set. So today I'm sitting here with Hikmatu, someone I've discussed this project with for a very, very long time. So it's been a long journey, but I don't want to say too much. I want to let her introduce herself to the audience.
Hi guys. My name is Hikmatu, Mrs. Hikmatu Sise Effie. Just like as Big Boy said, Big Boy. I've known Big Boy for like forever.
Yeah, we've been talking about this forever, and now we're
We've
here.
been talking about this podcast forever. I remember a month or two ago, we were like, okay, we're going to set up a studio and things like that. Never pick a call.
Oh,
That's the Big
Jesus
Boy for you.
Christ. You have to text me, though. That's it.
Anyway, guys, so like Big Boy said, my name is Hikmatu Sise. I'm a wife, a mom.
A philanthropist, don't forget that as well.
Yes, I am a healthcare worker and I'm also a businesswoman. I do a lot. I think I can also say I'm a socialite.
It's all right. We'll touch base in everything. So I'll give you the chance. I'll give you the chance to go through the process with you.
And I'm also a woman of faith. I'm a woman of God.
You go to church every Sunday.
Yes, I do go to church every Sunday and I do pray. And like, I have to church on that because God has been faithful. The joining.
I know it's been a bumpy ride, but you're sitting pretty now.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm very glad you came on set because it's been a while. I'm trying to get you on, but you have so many things going on, and I respect that. But I'm glad you actually came through today. So we're gonna talk about you as a person. We're gonna break down your businesswoman, you socialite, and you want to educate and help people in the community. So we're gonna touch base on everything that makes you special within the community, but also you as a person to everybody that knows you. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people know you, but they don't really know your story. So I think this is a great chance for you to explain to people who you are and what you did. So firstly, before we get into the nitty-gritty of this conversation, firstly, I want to talk about, I remember once you had a very, very successful business in Freetown.
Oh, wow.
That's how long ago has it been? Like over 10 years now?
Yeah, I think, you can say 10 years.
Yeah, close to 10. So you had a very I was in Freetown and they're like, you have to go out tonight. I'm like, where are we going? They're like, this place called the Garage. I'm like, what garage? And then I go there and I saw you walking up the stairs and that's the owner. I'm like, that's Hikmatu. I was like, I know her very well. So from that day on, that place became my spot. So tell me about how you came about first starting up this business in Freetown and how you were able to be successful with running business in Freetown, which is a very, very tough market to cut into.
Oh, Big Boy. I didn't know we were going to bring that up. Well, that was one of my highlights of life.
Yeah.
It was very successful. We had the garage. We were making
Don't
know.
take about money. And that place was going crazy.
Yeah, it was like packed and like the business, and we had a restaurant too, and it was going on well. It was, I would say it was very successful.
Yeah.
At the start, it's like, because we work really, I worked because then I was married to my ex-husband.
Yeah.
We worked together on that project. So we owned it together and worked together. I was here working, we worked together to build it, actually.
It was a teamwork.
Yes, it was a teamwork. We built it from ground and and it was really successful. It was like, with that project and that experience, I always say it's like a mixed feeling.
Yeah.
For me, sometimes when people do talk about going back home to do investments and that, I sometimes look at it like, it is good, it's not good, because at the end of the day, I did invest a lot into that, money, time
as well,
because I actually went and lived in Africa for 2.5 years, nearly 3 years.
I know. So you have to make sacrifices.
So I was living here for like maybe 15 years. Then I moved back there for about 2.5 years. Even though I was traveling to Europe in that 3 years, going to America, because then we need to restock, because we were the only one in the Eastern region that was selling like original Hennessy, original spirits, so things like that. So, but like I said, it was a good experience.
Yeah.
And when people talk about they want to go back there to invest in that, for me, I just say follow your heart.
Yeah.
Just believe in yourself.
Yep.
Will I want to go back there and do that now?
So you won't do it again.
I don't think so because my life is different now.
Yeah,
like
obviously.
my life dynamic. Who I'm married to now.
Yeah.
I have kids here, and my kids are pretty young.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna like I'm not thinking about it.
But the thing,
Yeah.
the thing you can say as well to that is you have been able to set up a successful business in Freetown. So what I would say to people watching is probably better you talk to somebody who's done it before at a high level than you go out there and not talk to anyone because you can tell people what to do, right?
Yep.
Because you've done it
Yes.
and you know what it takes to succeed in that market.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people that I know that are going back home, coming back here with all this bitter taste, but they never really ask anyone about what they did or how they go about setting anything up, right?
Yep.
So I would say probably what's your advice for people in terms of wanting to set up in Freetown and then moving there, having a business there, but also trying to create a successful business? What do you think should some of the things they should do before they start?
Well, I think, like personally, like that why I said for me, it's a mixed feeling, big boy, because at the end of the day, remember, it was really successful, it was going really well,
Yeah.
and then Ebola hit. So you know the whole of Ebola, I was still in Freetown
I know.
because
I know.
we
You got
couldn't
caught-
travel out.
you
Like the
got
whole
caught
of
up.
Ebola, I was like in Sierra Leone. So you know how we have to shut down,
Yeah.
and then it was so for me. The business was really successful. I won't lie. The
Yeah.
first 1 or 2 years, but like you know the second year, and I think because because I did it with my ex-husband
Yeah.
and the marriage was going like bad too.
Yeah.
So like the business too went bad.
So the business follow because you have a different way of looking at a business now, right?
Exactly.
All right. So, I mean, that's a very good thing because sometimes people are in situations where everything is going great, but then when one thing change, it affects everything else in the chain of that reaction. But sometimes people don't pay attention to that.
Yep.
They just think, oh, this should be exactly the same way, even when something else is happening the opposite way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So leave that behind. Now you've moved on, and you've been very, very big in the community while you're helping little youths. You've been very hands-on within the Australian community. So I want you to tell me about what brought you into the charity part of the things that you do.
Well, big boy, like for me, I think I believe in giving.
Yeah.
Because I went and stayed in Sierra Leone for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Because I left Sierra Leone when I was like pretty much young.
Yeah.
Kind of grew up here.
Yeah.
And then so when I was matured, and me and you, we were always going back and forward holiday in Sierra Leone, right?
Yeah.
And then I said, oh, we have to do something in Sierra Leone, things like that. And I had this dream, and my dream went through, and I was really successful with that.
Yeah.
And then I saw how people were like really struggling and that.
Yeah.
So with the charity, I was doing my own personal charity.
I remember when I spoke to you about the whole
Yeah,
our
you know,
business, you
even
told me
my
you're doing
area
your own
was
thing.
like doing like Christmas party for kids and
Yeah.
things like that. And then you remember when I came back, you and Saidu actually
Yeah.
approached me to join
Yeah.
our Australia, and then our focus, which I think, Big-Boy, you have to come back to our because we have not. I think like I'm serious, Big-Boy. I think we're doing all the shows, but for me,
Yeah,
it's not about the
where-
show.
No,
It's about the charity.
It should never be about the show.
Yeah, that was like my focus. That was what you guys sold to me.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. I still do it with or without
you know,
anyone.
regardless, that's what you sold to us. I remember I was friends with Mary then.
Yeah.
And like we are thinking, oh, should we join? Should we not join? And then like we saw the vision.
Yeah.
Like you have the drive. I don't know what happened. I know things happen.
This is happening right now. Sometimes you gotta impact change in a different way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because if I can talk to people, if I talk to 5 people and they have 25 people, that's a ripple effect. It could go a long way.
Yep.
Because if you think about it, our community, what we're lacking right now is mentorship, people actually sharing their stories to allow people to actually see what life is about and to make these changes. Because there are some of the young kids out here right now, they've never lived in Freetown, right?
Yep.
They've never seen hardship. We've seen both sides. We've seen hardship, we know what hard work can get you. So me and you sitting here right now, we can talk to people about 2 sides of the coins, right?
Yeah.
We can talk about a life that everybody wants to have right now. But we've lived it already. And then we've lived on the opposite side, which they have never experienced, right?
It's true.
So what that makes us a better advocate in that area, where I can tell you, if you keep doing this, you're going to end up like this. But because I've seen the negative effect some of these things will have on some people coming from here, going back home and struggling, It makes it really, really hard. Because the thing is, if you think about it, when we spoke about Owl Rare,
Yeah.
you told me I'm doing my own charity. And I told you, I said, this is about giving back to the community. You wholeheartedly trusted the process. And the process is still going. But then we all get to a stage in life where, for me personally, I feel like I don't need to tell anybody the good things I want to do personally, right? I can do it myself. I don't need approval. I don't need to get someone to say X, Y, and Z before I do it.
Yeah, but that one I was
I do
deep,
it the
but
way I
then you
want.
asked me to join.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I think collectively we could make a bigger impact.
Yeah.
And I still believe we can still do it.
Yes.
And trust and believe, you know me, my heart is still I will. But at the end of the day, we need to take a step back and see what the bigger picture is. And then if anything is going to happen, myself, Mourinho, we are in communication consistently about, okay, what do we need to do to change? Because think about it, some of us are here, but some good things happen for us to be here.
That's true.
After the Civil War, some people have no option, nowhere to go. But for some reason, God blessed us and we're here today, right?
Yep.
So I feel like He chose us for a reason. So we need to actually go back and give to the community, whether it's with a charity group or as an individual or even just talking to people, educating people, just talking to people helps. You know what I mean? But we'll talk about our off cameras. But
Yeah.
now let's get into, so you've done this, you're a successful businesswoman. Now let's talk about this new career, this new path you're taking, not career path, this path you're taking. Socialite, being a vlogger, making videos. You're trying to educate people about life. Talk to me how that came about.
Big well, like I said, you've known me for a long time, right?
Yeah.
So, and I love doing videos. I'll just get my camera. I take videos of everything sometimes. My husband will even say to me, hey, I want to interview do your video quickly. That's how sometimes like I take video of everything, my kids, my life. I just love documenting myself.
Yeah, that's legacy, you know?
Yeah, and even with Facebook, we started MySpace. You remember when MySpace
I
was?
don't even get it. I was about to tell you my age. I'm not that old anyway.
So we started from MySpace, and remember
No, before MySpace, that was MSN.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, kids, don't watch this, man.
You remember with Facebook, we used to actually get our camera and
you got a
the
camera,
cable
and you put the cable
to
in.
put it on the computer to
And then
upload
all the photos
pictures.
and yeah, but that was, so now it's easier, right?
Now it's easier. Now you just do your phone. I remember because then, again, when I was pretty much young, I traveled a lot.
travel
I
quite a
used to
lot, yeah.
travel. I've traveled the world.
Yeah.
So I remember when I was in one time in Dubai, one night, I was looking for an internet cafe everywhere. I want to go on Facebook because then you cannot go on Facebook on your phone. You need an internet cafe then.
Yeah.
I remember vividly that time, that's how, when Facebook, I have to look for an internet cafe because
Oh, man, it was
then,
crazy.
because, I'm in Dubai. I want to
I
put
want
my
to show people where I am.
then there was just building Dubai then that was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So I've always loved
Making videos.
Yeah, making videos.
But now you want to share it with the people.
Yep.
So what made you want to share your story with people?
Well, I think I have a pretty much I've had high and lows in my life.
Yeah.
I've had good experiences.
Yeah, so you got a lot to share.
So I got a lot to share from my my personal life, my health, and I'm always a happy, bubbling person.
Yeah, you're always outgoing and
Outgoing there, and sometimes I think I have a lot to share to the world.
yeah.
And people keep on telling me, and then people are ringing it in my ears all the time. Why don't you share your story? Why don't you do this? Why don't you? Because I have a lot of stories, like personal life, which probably some I want to share, some I don't want to share.
But just before you go on there, Hickey, if you think about it, yeah, people know you. People see the bubbly Hikmatu out there. People go out, they see you, you're living a good life, you have a good job, you're very committed to what you do, you're a wife, but also a mother as well, because there's a difference between having children and being a mother, right?
Yeah.
You're hands-on, you do all that at a high level, right?
Yeah.
People know you, but people don't really know your story. So I think you saying that is something that I really commend you for. But then also, don't stop. Just let it out there. If you change one or two people's life, that's a change.
That's the whole point of the whole thing. If I can change 50 people, that's fine. But if I can change one, just for example, like what you say, people don't know my story. So my daughter's birthday just passed 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I did upload this photo, and I was telling, like, people did not even know, because for me, I don't actually show my struggles as much as
Yeah.
I show. Everyone does that anyway, like,
Yeah.
you know, but I always like to look at the positive part of life.
Yeah,
that's
that's-
just me.
Yeah, that's the way it should
Yeah, you know, that's just me. I'm not like, if even I'm friends with you, I don't cry my problem. Like when I tell them, when I was like, oh, my daughter, I have like, I had a traumatic pregnancy, and my daughter was like under 2 kilos when I give birth to her. People did not believe. They were like,
Statement.
wow. And I was like, you know, I did the biggest baby shower ever.
Yeah.
I was in the hospital bed. I have to get up from the hospital bed to go to that baby shower hall that day.
Wow.
Even though my husband nearly killed me, was like going off. If something wrong with that baby, you will know. But I was like, nothing's gonna wrong with this baby. God give me this baby. I'm gonna do what I wanna do. Like I just have this zest of life that sometimes I don't even know where it comes from.
Yeah.
So I think if I can change 1 or 2 people's life by that, I think I've made my own
made a contribution to people.
contribution to someone, even not just. And you know, I relate to young people. You know, sometimes when I tell people, like, I'm over 40, some of these young guys are like, I think back to your life, like, you think like that, because my mind still,
Yeah, your
like,
mindset,
you
you
know,
think
my
like, yeah.
mindset. So that's why I think, like, you know, I said, let me do the vlogging thing, let me do my YouTube channel, and I think hopefully I will start it.
Nah,
very soon.
this is 2025. The goal is to start.
Yeah.
Anybody that I know that wants to start something, I'm going to tell them to start for 2 reasons. Why? One, if you don't start, you don't get feedback.
Yep.
If you don't start, you don't know which way it's going to go. But most importantly, if you do not start, you only have yourself to blame.
Exactly.
Because nowadays, everything becomes much more easier to access.
Easier.
And then if you think about it, people live off what they see on social media. Like you said, you show this happy side of you, you show the winning side of you, but nobody sees the battle.
Yeah.
Nobody sees it else. But because you have that story, if you tell, it will become a very, very powerful story, because people know you as a person who's engaged in the community. And if you are able to go through all of that and still being able to be out there to help other people, show the type of person who you are, which is what we need within the community, right? So that brings me now to like our Australian community as well, right? So you do this charity in Africa. I remember I'm going to say this now. I didn't want to ask you this question, but I'm going to ask you. There was a lot of rumors going out around saying the award ceremony, the last one that was done, was rigged. Tell me what came about that and what you did.
God, big boy.
I'm just asking for the people. The people need to know.
Oh, big boy. Like, you know me. Like, I don't do anything that it's not. I'm not going to say I'm perfect or like no one is perfect. But I like to, like, you know, who sung that thing, Show Your Face? Yeah. I like to stand out and talk. Like, you know me, I like to, like, I'm very authentic. I like to be authentic as much as I can. Like, I cannot be 100%. So for me, whatever I'm involved in, and I can say, yes, I was...
You're part of the voting system.
Yeah, voting system, like, because we didn't want, like, so many people to know the voting system because we don't want this thing. So we didn't even do the voting. Right. The guy, the IT guy that was
on the website,
like, on the website did all the voting for us.
And they gave you the result.
I only have the result a day and in the morning because I didn't even want to see the result.
The day for the event.
And me and the chairman and the secretary did the envelope in the hall, actually.
So you did it in the hall so you can call the names to present it.
Exactly. So how will I be able to change it inside the hall the day that I got it?
But that's the thing, though. People were convinced that their friends are going to vote for them. But what they should be worried about not winning is that, okay, people will talk to you, but who really did they vote for? You know what I mean? Because some people think, oh, yeah, I'm popular. I should win.
Exactly.
But what if your friends are not support? It's a voting system, right?
That's why, like, even they said, oh, the voting system, I actually, like, you know, post them, I think, on my wall. And they said, oh, you have to take it down. Like, you know, people from my wall, like, oh, you have to take it down. Don't worry, people going to say. But I think I sent it to Maggie, you know, the vlogger Maggie. And one of the other girl, the one that first attacked me, like, Mariam, my girl. She was the first one that came on me, like,
she was doing hamburgers, man. She was going crazy.
Oh, my goodness. So I actually share the result out. So if people like we go there and see, they will definitely see like you know what people. Even the guy that was doing the voting, you know what he said to me? He said, "What is wrong with these people? Some people vote like 1,000 times. Like,
Oh, really?
you know, I think people actually paid people. They were just voting for them. People were
So that's why they think they were supposed to win.
yes. The voting was really, really high. People really
Vote.
people really vote. You know. So I can understand to where some of their frustration, but because then few weeks to then I wasn't sleeping, you know,
Well,
you know. I don't have to say
I've
anything
been there
about.
before.
Oh my goodness, you know. I remember the first award we did, Big
Yeah,
Boy,
yeah.
me, you, Saidu Mari,
Yeah,
who were in the street till 2
Like 2
a.m. in the morning,
making phone calls, running
making
around.
phone calls, running. You
But
know,
people don't understand the effort that goes in behind doing this,
they don't understand.
and they think it's just easy.
They think it's easy or they think it's luxury.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, with this award thing, I'm not like if it comes out nicely and thing, I'm happy because of the charity what we're doing back home. But personally,
Nah,
I don't think I'm getting anything.
Nah, that's-
it's just the fulfillment.
But we spend money on this thing and we get nothing back, right?
Spending money,
And then
spending your time.
time.
And you know, the only time I have fight with my husband, I'm telling you,
It's because
it's
it's
when
when this
I
thing
was
comes
coming
around.
close. Oh, wait, we say you there? I want this. I want see you go and marry to. You know,
But it takes a lot of time. People don't get it.
takes a lot of time. You know, even to like because it's so hard. You know,
I know,
we
I know,
never
I know
have
how it is.
sponsors. We don't have sponsors.
It's
We
all
have
our
to-
own money. The
our
people need
own-
to understand.
And because again, I think another problem we had with the owl too, because we always, you know, Big Boy, you
Trying
are
to
one
make-
of them.
trying to
We
make it
want to
big.
make the high standard, get in a very expensive hall. Like
But that's
when
how-
I said this owl cost us over 30,000 that we just did,
Yeah.
people will like,
Be like, oh, why are you doing that?
why are you doing that? But because of the standard, if you check out the hall, we're bringing musicians, we're doing this.
Yeah,
and
international
that.
artists as well.
International artists. So how much is that going to cost? But people, I just don't want to even dive into that much in that hour thing right now. But I am glad you brought it up. I'm not glad you brought it up because I really did not
No,
want
but
to
what you
talk
said
about
right
it.
now makes perfect sense because someone is gonna sit out there and say they rigged this, they rigged this, they rigged that. But at the end of the day, now you've explained the process and how it happened. That hopefully that clears up the whole question mark about who's
Yeah.
winning this, who's
So
winning
I
that.
think later people did understand it is just the way the voting,
Everybody-
but it's just when you think, you know, like one thing I've not understand, Big Boy, in the social
Media and
media
this-
space, like sometimes you just have to let things slide.
Yeah, but you can't because
You just can't.
people are gonna call you and say, "Hey, have you seen this?
Yeah.
you see what's going on?"
Exactly. Not everyone is gonna like you. Not everyone is gonna appreciate you. Not everyone is gonna be happy with what you're doing. If even you're doing positive, like you know, sometimes even when I look back after the show, I went on so many talk shows. Sometimes I think I should have not gone there to talk, even to defend myself,
Yep.
because I know I did not do anything,
Anything
wrong.
It's a charity event.
Yeah.
You win, you win.
Exactly. But then sometimes I think it's better to I went there and because like you know again the more the some of the thing that is really painful to some people that criticize don't even come to the show.
That's the thing as well. And they don't even support. They don't do anything,
don't
but they're out there just yapping.
Yeah, pain. And
But-
they think do you think it's that easy to make a show, to create a show?
Not even that. The thing you gotta understand, Ikma, too, is that it's a few people in our community that will say, "I want to be a part of an organization." But the people that choose not to be in this organization, they are the ones that have the most critics. They have the most things to say, but you have not done anything. So why are you crying down other people trying to
But
make a
I
change?
don't even want to go there. For now, for Awol, for example,
Mm-hmm.
if I put it on, if we said, okay, who want to come and join Awol?
Yeah.
To come and be, they will not come up to
Yeah,
come
they
and
won't be
join
a part of it.
They
Yeah.
will not be part of it. But then, if we want to be part of it, we do something, they're going to criticize it.
Yeah, but
So it's just the irony about the whole thing. You know, sometimes I think, like, I'm not going to lie to you, Big this past year I was like, you know what? I have a lot to do in my life that I can do what I want to do with my life.
that's exactly the point.
Yeah, so why would I even want to be into this thing?
And then you have all this fight and argue with people for no reason.
Exactly. And I'm gonna be honest, I've been so involved in the Sierra Leone community for years.
But that's the reason
and
why I brought
I've
you on.
not had fight with anyone
Except
except
for our.
yeah, except for our. So like I'm like, Why would I even want to come and create enmity because of our all?
But that's the reason why I took a step back, because I was very civil within the community, and I don't want, because I'm not the type of person who picks up fight for somebody else. If you're having your fight with someone, that's your fight. That's between A and B. I don't get myself involved in it. So a lot of people were seeing me, oh, you're not saying this. I'm like, okay, that's my group. That's your opinion. Do you want me to support you or defend my group? Obviously, I'm going to defend my group. So people start saying all these things, but let's scratch that. That's just the way it is. The charity, if anybody wants to help Sierra Leoneans, either you send the money there yourself or you be a part of a group.
Exactly.
And some people don't even do it individually anyway. So what's the point?
So that's just the point. It's just an irony of the whole situation. Like,
Yeah.
But do I still want to do it? I don't know. Do I want to go solo? I don't know.
Let me ask you a question. Because before I get into this, I'll tell you a little story, yeah? I think it was the first time I went after the show we did, where we really, after the COVID thing, yeah? The first time I went to Freetown. Every time I'm on Freetown, I give back to people and all that type of stuff, but not at a high level. The first time me and Mourinho drove all the way to
whatever give you give is at a high level, big boy.
But let me
just
tell
the
you
mindset for you. No. Clear that point. Not the mindset for you going there
and thinking
about it. Given you know how many people go back home, just go have fun and come back. Yeah. So it doesn't matter how much you give, how little you give. It's just the mindset.
Because I want to give more. So to me, it's not at a high level. But when we drove for that school, right, I was like so tired. I didn't want to do anything. And then Mourinho calls me like 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, man, I got to wake up and go do this. I don't want to do this, man. And then he calls me and I'm like, you know what? Stuff it. I just get up. Fresh clothes and seat, put it on. Sure. Went to the school. Driving there was the longest, the worst road to drive on ever. True story. It's the worst place to go, right? We drove, I'm like, are we there? Yeah, you're like, no. So it took us about 15 to 20 minutes to get there. Just a little time. They're like, oh, just 5 minute drive down the road. You know, Freetown people now.
Yeah.
5 minutes down this corner. Hickey, we drove. I was so mad. When we opened that gate, when I saw those kids, everything changed. When we donated what we had to them, the computers, the rice, the way they received it, the way they accepted that. That was the best part of my holiday.
Oh, wow.
So I was there doing all this crazy shit. And it was great. But that moment, driving back was the easiest drive. It was like the easiest bad road. I don't see anything on the road anymore. It was so smooth. It's the way your heart feels. And since that day, like watching all those kids, it made me want to do more. Now, whether it's like what I'm doing right now, people telling their stories, or being part of a charity group, or going home and doing something, but the way you feel, it is something that words can't describe.
Yeah.
You have to be a giver to be able to feel that level of energy.
To be able to feel that level of,
But if you're given, but to me, I want to give more because it makes me want to do more. You know what I mean? Even last year, the last time I went, I called you guys. I gave you all the receipt because I don't hide shit. I do it for my people.
Yeah.
So when you give back, how do you feel?
Just like what he said, it's amazing. You feel fulfilled. You feel like even just changing one person's life or two kids'
just
life.
Watching them the way they smile, the way they're happy.
They smile, they're happy. It's just like, it's amazing, like, And I always say, you don't have to say because the person is not your relative or is not like, And because we have opportunities here, so it's always good to give. So like, kudos to you guys, like you drag us into this thing, this charity thing, even though I was doing my solo, but, getting into our own and living media, even Saidu, like I keep on saying, you guys have to come back, like, if not.
Trust and believe. The one thing about me and Mourinho, we talk a lot. The one thing about Mourinho and myself is that we want to help. Whether it's through charity, through a group, but we want to help.
Because
so at some point, we'll come back, but
I
we don't know yet.
Saidu have the Saidu really, I
has
can
a drive.
say that.
He's very passionate.
Yeah, he's very passionate about the charity thing. He's very passionate. That's why when he was leaving, he didn't all leave. He just said, "Oh, I want to take a break, and I don't know if he's coming back." But I keep on saying, Saidu, Awoli is always there. Who knows if I'm gonna leave too? Like, someone coming last month. I heard that you're leaving. I'm like, I don't know. Like, probably.
The one thing I'm gonna say to you though, even if you leave, do not change who you are as a person.
Oh, no.
Always continue to give back. Because we don't know what the world looks like. We don't know what's on the other end. But if you keep giving, trust and believe, you might get it back from somebody else.
Yeah.
But you keep giving. That's the reason why I respect you a lot. Like there are a lot of people in this community, me and them don't talk. I wouldn't talk to you for like 3, 4, 5, 6 months, right?
Yeah.
But every time I talk to you, There's no enmity. The energy level is
It's
always at the
good,
highest peak.
constructive.
It's
like,
always like, okay, giving back. That's one thing.
positive.
But that's the one thing I want to have within the Italian community. If we all are united, nobody worries about somebody else. Everybody take care of their own business. Hey, Hikmatu, you're doing something wrong. Constructive feedback will make us better. But some people do it the wrong way. They gossip
Criticize.
and then criticize, and then it's, oh, I was just talking to people to give you advice. Why won't you come to me?
Exactly.
Why do you have to go to my friend to tell him, hey, I see your friend doing something. I don't think that what he's doing, it's nice. But you know me, right? So don't go through a third party because then it becomes gossip. Come to the person directly. If you care about them that much
Yeah.
to go talk to somebody else, why not
Because
come to them
they're-
directly?
it's because they're not coming from a good place. You know, so if they're not coming from a good place, then they can't confront you to tell you like you're not coming from a good place.
Yeah, but
Like, you know.
You have
So
a
like
hidden
for example,
agenda.
when me and you are gonna like, okay, we're gonna do the studio, this that when you didn't come in for what I did, I sent you a message, I blast for you, big boy. Me don't mix so this that
Bla-
let's see, and
she
then,
blast me off.
I blast you. I said, big boy, me don't mix so you make her waste me time, things like that. Like because like it's from a good place because I know you want to do this. I want to do this too. I think like for me, I'm already out there on social media. I'm always taking videos.
Yeah.
Like I'm always my social media is like, you know,
active.
it's very active. Like I enjoy doing it. Why don't do it on a, like
Yeah,
you know
you
what?
sit down, you got your
Yeah.
friends, talk about things. Because the thing
You
is,
know.
the reason why I put these together, like really, Hiki, is to create a change. Because a lot of Sierra Leoneans have a misunderstood story. There are so many people out here who have so many great stories to tell that can change people's lives, but these stories are not being heard.
Yep.
So I think, like yourself, if you do a vlog, nobody out there doing a vlog or doing anything is my competition. I think we should all collaborate.
Exactly.
As long as we want to make a change, if we have there's bread for everyone.
The sky is big for everyone. Like that is what I don't understand. Why people like, you know, I just don't get it, especially with the our community.
Yeah.
Like the jealousy is just so real. Like they will not like if
They
you're
will not,
doing
yeah,
something,
support or-
they will not support you, they will criticize, they will try to pull you down. But big boy, hey, you know me, when I want to do something, I just do it. I don't care. I
That's
don't
exactly. You call me on the phone, you're like, yo, everybody do it.
I just do what
You
I
need to
want.
answer me, cool. But that's why I'm doing it. This is 2025. If
Yeah.
anybody wants to do something, I say just do it. And if you don't do it, you don't have a result.
Exactly.
And how are you gonna get better? I had this in my bedroom for years,
I know.
and now it's out.
Yeah.
And everybody's calling me, you need to do this, you need to do this. I take all those
I
constructive
remember, you
criticism.
know what? Now you remind me. Remember when I had, you know how long I've opened my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Remember the video that I remember I was still staying in my flat in Granville
Yeah.
when I sent you the video. I don't do my YouTube channel. Oh, this is not the video. Then you were like, you have to move those frames back. The frames are there. So when I went to my YouTube channel the other day and I saw this video, I said, oh, big baby, they tell me say I did for move things.
And now you
this
see
is
it.
how long? That was like 6 years ago when I opened that channel. And now we're here today.
But that's the thing, we need to collaborate. You call me innocently, I'm like, Hickey, you need to do A, B, C, and D to make it a better product, right? And like you go back and you see, okay, this is what he was saying. But if we don't talk to each other, how are we gonna get better?
Exactly.
So like, okay, now let's get into our community. Tell me 3 things within that's holding us back as a community in Australia, like the Sierra Leoneans. 3 things that you feel is holding us back. Like for example, I'll give you an example, like the Sudanese community. They are everywhere. They're making good strides. They have lawyers, they have doctors, they have people playing for the Australian national team, they have people playing the AFL, right? They excel. Sierra Leoneans, we have the talent. We don't struggle with English because English is should be our first language, right? Why do you think there are Sierra Leoneans out here that are so talented, but they haven't taken that leap to the next stage? So 3 things that's holding us back as a community.
Well, first of all, the number one thing I think it's the fear and the judgmental.
Yeah.
We judge. Sierra Leoneans, oh my goodness, we can judge each other.
Oh yeah. Some people will judge you for being doing something they don't even know how to do it.
Exactly. Like me coming out to this podcast, I swear to God, when they will see this, they will sit in there, oh, look, I one day per all podcast, they talk out in judging.
Yeah.
I know they're going to say that, but I don't care.
They
I
haven't
do.
even done it. They haven't even done it yet.
Exactly. Can you sit in front of the camera? Can you talk on the mic? Can you change
This is-
someone's
it's-
life?
This
You
is
can't
this
do
this
it.
looks easy, but it's very hard.
It's very hard. They can't do it. But
Yeah.
then, why can't they clap? Oh, boy is doing something well.
Yeah.
Oh, like, oh, I didn't even know Ikmato had a business there. So, oh, let me talk to her. How am I going to start a business? They will not come and ask.
No.
They will not come. Instead, they will judge. That is one of our most big problem.
So that way, when they judge, you don't even start.
You don't start.
And then that's a talent goal.
Yes, and because people, the fear too.
The fear of fail.
The fear, like, you know, the stigma of the whole thing. Like Sierra Leonean. But I'm telling you one thing, Big Boy, I think the younger generation, because I do talk to a lot of young generation too.
Yeah.
They're better now. They're
better?
They're getting a little bit better. Not as our generation. I think it's still there, but what I think, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but our generation, the fear and the judgmental, that is the two big things that we did not break into anything into Sierra Leone, into this Australia, that we can do a lot.
Yeah,
and the third one,
Mm-hmm.
we don't support each other.
Oh, definitely.
We don't. You can start a business. I can tell you, I've started a business here forever, you know.
Yeah, you've been
I've been
do
selling
all-
whatever, whatever I've been selling.
Yeah.
They will not support you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they will not support you. If even they support you, they will support you to pull you down.
Yeah.
How, in which way? If I'm selling a wig for $300,
Yeah.
you took the wig and give me $100, and you don't want to give me my $200, and when I call you and you're like,
Start making excuse.
you excuse this, or you bring drama into it, so you're not supporting me.
No.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So that is another thing again, that we don't grow, we don't support each other. Like people, like, you know, like when people have businesses,
Yeah.
or people have shows or things like that, people don't. Sometimes I don't feel like going,
Yeah.
but I just go there
Because
to
you want
support.
support, yeah.
Like, for example, when Skylanch was opening that day, I had a really tight schedule.
Yeah.
But I made a
made
point
sure
of duty just
get
to
there.
go there to support whatever I can to support, because, like, the mindset of supporting, people will be like, oh, you not even need Yana a club, like, you age, you not for go there, like, it's so the mentality, like, oh, like, you know, the mentality, like,
So how are we gonna grow as a community?
that's the thing. I don't know, Big Boy. I really don't know. I don't know how we're gonna grow as a community.
I'll tell you something funny though.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, the more we talk about it, the more people know about it, maybe it will bring a change.
That's true.
But now that we're talking about it, yourself, myself, and a few other people coming on and being able to promote the good, the successful part of each and every one, start like glorifying the good things that you've done, but then also giving advice on some of the things that people don't have to do to be in your same shoes. I think that will bring a change. But like you said, the younger generation, I want to touch on that. So like you said, the younger generation, they're getting it, right?
Yeah.
They're making a change. But then here's the thing that I fear of. Most of these young generations, they step to the door of success and then they fail. Because you notice there are a lot of people out here, you be like, good start. Go.
Yeah.
Get to the door and then they fail. So you remember there are some footballers that played like Sydney FC, played for Australia.
Yeah.
They don't,
Musicians.
they don't make it to the big stage. So like you say, okay, you have all this young generation, they're getting it. But the thing we have to be very concerned about is that as well, is because there's no support, they will get to the door. And because when you get there, it becomes bigger. You need more people around you. You need more guidance. So imagine you getting $500 every week, right? And then you start getting $2,000. One, you get cocky. Two, you stop working hard. Three, you stop doing the things that made you get to that point. And then you're on the street. Start smoking, drinking, not listening to advice. And then they fail. So they're getting it. They're starting. They're getting close to breaking out, but I don't really know anyone that's breaking out of that chain.
And that's true, because like again, I think one of our problems too, let me tell you one thing, what I think with Sierra Leoneans too, Big Boy,
Yeah.
we are so comfortable in whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's another problem too. That's why we don't break through.
Yeah.
Like if a woman, for example, like me, I'm very ambitious. Sometimes I know people judge me a lot. Like, you know, I work, I do business. Like I'm about to travel in the next 2 weeks. I'm gonna leave my 2 years old and 3 years. I'm gonna hustle, gonna buy market to come. I know people judge. Sometimes people ask me, "Oh, who say they left you picking and you picking and too small and things like that?" But people don't understand that you have to work hard to achieve and get what you want. It's not just to go and work 9 to 5 or just go to work, your normal job and then everything, like, side hustle pays.
Yeah, nah, for
Like,
sure.
do things extra out of your time. Like, but one thing about us, we are so comfortable. Sierra Leoneans are
Comfort.
so comfortable. Like, that's another problem too.
But it's
that
funny how you mentioned comfort because once you're able to afford your rent, you can buy a car, you can go on a holiday. That's life.
That's life. That's us.
It's settled.
Yeah,
But
that's us.
what if they put in an extra gear? Okay, you know what? Now I'm comfortable, right? Let me worry about my kids. It's a generation, right?
Yeah,
If my child don't have to go through the struggles that I went through, that's a win. But if you're letting your child go through the same struggles that you went through, you're losing.
exactly.
Because what? You're living life for yourself. Okay, you're gone. Now your child is struggling, sorry. So that's that what you said is it makes perfect sense. But then that's where we all, yourself, me, and few other people, we need to stop. Okay, this is not enough. This is not enough. Like when I started working, I want to be a manager. And then I get there, okay, I want to do more. I want to become something else. And like talking about six figures was just things you hear, and I'm like, you know what? I'm working hard to get to that six figure, right? But that's not enough now. I want more. You know what I mean? The dream was you buy a home and then that's satisfying, but you want more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think we need to want more to be able to get more. But
Yeah.
if you're satisfied with what you have, you're not getting anything extra.
Yeah. I'm not saying like you should be greedy, right?
No, but greed is a different thing. That's
Yeah,
completely
it's
different.
different thing. Like
Being greedy is
I'm very like, and I'm not saying that you should like I'm not saying that, but you just need to drive yourself more to get
Yeah.
like, out a little bit out of your comfort zone. I'm not saying you should be greedy or you should think
Just something that you don't know how to do.
yeah, you don't know, yeah,
Or
like
you're not passionate about.
you're not passionate about, or like you just over want too much, because sometimes too
Yeah, I said
it's
it.
all about
Some people want everything.
yeah, you have to be content too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, no,
But
I don't want to say that.
what you
Let
say-
me
no, no,
don't
what you
touch
say-
that. I
no, no.
wanted to say something, but
No,
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 let me
Ekmatu.
don't go there.
You're very right. You have to be content. So if you are a footballer, be content with playing football.
Yeah,
If you're a basketball, be content with basketball. If you're a barber, be content with barbing, right? But like you said, people are not content,
yeah,
but they are not hungry either.
exactly.
So, say for example, if you are I'm doing a vlog now, right?
yeah,
Somebody sit at home, like Frank said it perfectly. Everybody think they can be a vlogger, right? Ray sitting there doing the camera. Everybody think they can be a videographer, right? But the time, the effort, the passion, the love that I have for this game, you don't have the same love.
no,
So you're not gonna treat it like something serious.
exactly.
So that's why people start something and then fail and then start something new. Because it's not really something they want to do. So
They
what you
wanna
said
do.
makes perfect sense. Don't take that away. That's one of the things that I get personally pissed off with, because somebody's doing something doesn't mean you have to do it.
No,
Or somebody will say, hey, Matu, they do all the social media thing, right? If you say popular pasa,
exactly.
let me too start doing the same thing. But it's not their passion.
It's not your passion, and I can tell you, people did do that.
They try.
It's one thing that people fail to realize. Okay, they think I've been married for the past 8 years. I have a happy home. There's a even when I was in my worst. Remember when I was
Yeah.
not married? I was always on social media too. I didn't have a child. I wasn't married, but I was always on social media.
Better
Remember
skip
me
that
and
part.
Mary era?
Yeah.
We were always on social media.
Yeah.
So this is just me. I love social media. I've always been on social media. I'm outgoing, like, so you can't say, oh, because Ikmatu, they do this, or, sometimes so people think it's because of show off. Even Big Boy, they come across at you that you arrogant or that, but
I mean,
that's
that's
just
how
you.
I am.
What going they say? That's
Like,
something
if we're
when they
not-
talk, just left out, but if you say that right, so they say, no, like, but
Nah, but
that's
if we're not
just
friends,
you.
we're not friends.
Yeah, but that's just you. People should start accepting people
For
who they are. Like,
yeah.
and and just stop judging people. So I think that's the three thing that I think that is lacking in our community. And then
All right, now thank you very much for touching base on everything else within that. Now let's talk about what's the future. What's the road forward, Hickey?
for me, oh my goodness, big boy.
Break it down.
Break it down slowly. So like this is 2025, and like for me, I'm not gonna say everything that I'm.
No, you don't have to say everything,
Yeah.
but just like the roadmap.
Yeah, the roadmap. So for now, I'm gonna concentrate on this vlogging thing.
Yeah.
Doing my YouTube channel out there.
Yeah.
And still working on my charity programs.
Yeah.
My events. Still continue to be a good mom to my beautiful daughters and good wife. Still out there in the community. you know, like, talking to relate to young people and mature people, older people. I know some people even say to me, "Oh, your videos help me," or "What you talk," or things like that.
Yeah.
And because I'm gonna be doing like vlogging, and because like I'm now in my 40s, big boy. I'm no more young,
Yeah.
and with women's self love,
Yeah.
good health, self help,
Yeah.
how to
Self-care.
elevate your life.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot that I want to talk about. This is first of all, this will not be my first in this
Studio.
studio. I'm gonna be coming. I know I've been excited, say big boy, hey, let's check me calendar, let's check me calendar. But I'm gonna be coming because
This is gonna be your home now. You
yeah,
can come
this is
in,
gonna be my home,
make your
and
content.
come here, do some content, and do from my home too. And then my business.
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'm revamping my whole business.
Yeah, that's good.
Doing my business because some people say, "Oh, I don't even know who say you they sell," because the irony about doing business too. The thing about it, big boy, people. One thing that is what I'm gonna talk about my video there.
Yeah.
One thing I'm gonna put out there. Yes, you supporting me, but I'm giving you a service.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's not free.
It's not free. Like I'm offering to you something that you want, and you're supporting me. So sometimes people want you to beg them
To buy from you when they need it.
to buy to you. When you don't do that again, they say, "Oh, they call me for showing me business, but I'm putting it on the social media. Why don't you call me if you see something that you like to get it from me?
You have to call them.
Do I have to call you?
You know what they say? They say, ik want to start business. Call me self.
Yeah, you not call me, self.
not
You
tell
not
me.
can't show me. You not tell me. But you seen it. I'm out there.
So how did you know? That's the question. You know what I mean?
Exactly. How do you know? And sometimes when the things are sold out, that way you don't sell, you find thing and give people, and the last thing that they can't show me. That is not like fear. But for me, I'm used to it. I've been doing this for like over
doing this
15
forever.
years on and off.
Yeah.
But I was doing it as a side hustling. But I think I'm gonna take it a little
it
bit
primary
more
now.
professional and things like that. That's why even for this past year, when people said, "Oh, count for me," you can't show me no more. Before I used to like
Go to
take it.
people's houses.
No, I don't do that anymore. If you want to support me, you come to my house. You come to my wherever I have my store, or you buy online. I send it to you. If you don't want to support me, that's fine. I have friends people that I talk to, that are really close to me. They don't buy from me. They don't support me. But I'm still friends with
But
them.
that's the thing. Nothing
No
has to
hard
change.
feelings.
No,
I
but that's
don't
the-
care.
If you don't have what they want, they don't have to buy from you.
Exactly.
But some people will hide as well.
Yeah, So it's not anything personal. If or sometimes people go like, "Oh, you think I'm too expensive." I sell luxury. I sell high quality stuff. I love luxury. You can see your girl. I'm luxury. I love looking good. You know me, big boy.
But that's the way it should be, though.
Exactly.
People want to look like you, but they don't want to spend the money
They don't
you
want
spend
to
to look good.
spend. Like, I spend a lot of money. I'm always fighting with my husband because of money. He said I spend too much.
Nah, but it's a
but
lifestyle you gotta maintain.
It's a lifestyle. Like, so if I'm bringing you what you want, and you have to pay for it. But
no, it's a
then,
service.
like, it's the irony of the only thing. So I'm gonna concentrate on my business.
Yeah.
And so that's a way for me. And the vlogging, please, guys, support
You heard it here
your
first.
girl.
Hikmat is coming on. She's
I'm
gonna be
coming
making
out
content.
with vlogging content. And I think my niche is not like, because I think I can relate to young people too, even
Yeah.
though I want to concentrate with women in their
women
40s.
with the 40s and taking care of themselves, looking after their
taking care of
families
themselves, to live the life,
that they deserve to live.
to deserve.
Because the thing is, some people once they have one or two child, that's over.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
want to look good.
I don't even know how to do it. Like, my mental health have to be in check. I have to look after myself.
Yeah.
Like, I do go out. People don't understand. You can actually be a very good, I'm a freelance mom.
Yeah.
I don't pick my calls in the morning till after 10 because I deal
have
with
to
my
take care-
kids.
yeah.
Before I drop them, that is when I'll pick up calls.
There's no
I don't
compromise.
go on my phone. No
There's no
compromise.
compromise with
Monday to Friday.
Fixed.
I go to the gym.
Yeah.
I have my timetable. What people don't know, I work so hard behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I clean my house. I cook, guys. I cook. My husband don't eat out. I cook like 2 times a day. I cook healthy meals too.
But that's the thing. People don't respect that because they don't see it.
They don't see
And
it.
once you start the vlog, they get to really see the true side
Exactly.
of how much hard work goes into
How much hard work for me to live the life
life
of
that you
my
live it.
dream. Like, it's not easy. But then again, like, it's all about balance.
Yeah.
it's all about balance. And I think too, if you love yourself and put yourself first, you can love your kids. You
that's-
like I love my kids. I don't know what I can do without my kids, but I'm telling you, I'm gonna say it. I love myself.
If you don't love
I
yourself, why you
love
working hard?
me.
Why would you work out if you don't love yourself anyway?
Exactly.
Because the work you got to work, you be a good wife, you be a good mother. That's a reflection of you. How your kids look out there, it's a reflection in you, right?
Exactly.
So some people don't even take that into
Exactly.
account. They just go out there looking the way they want to look. Oh, that's that mother, and then it affects your children as well.
Yeah.
The way you look have an impact. Have a role to play with your child.
Exactly.
Because nobody wants a child because the other child's coming from this home. That oh yeah, that home is like this. People judge you by how your mother raised, and vice versa. Your kid is being judged by the home they come from, right?
Exactly.
Like if you're not setting the standards out there, what do you want the kids to do?
Exactly. And another thing again, like so that my vlogging I'm gonna be coming to this studio. Big boy, we have a lot of things
It's
to
your
say.
say. You come
And
in, do your
even,
thing.
like, with ladies, like, sometimes marriage make their self-esteem come down. I'm even happy today is International Women's Day. Happy International Women's Day to every woman out there.
Yes.
Love yourself more. Give yourself some more. TLC. Take care of yourself. Pamper yourself. You have kids. You have husband. But take good care of yourself.
Yeah.
Health is wealth. Health is wealth. Look at your gal. I'm in my 40s, but I'm glowing. And I'm not slowing down.
That's a powerful message because people forget who they are.
Yeah.
People forget
Don't
themselves.
forget who you are. Like,
Be yourself.
you have to be yourself. Like, and sometimes people drain into relationship, marriage. People don't even know. If you're not happy, walk away.
Yeah.
There is no compromise about it. Like,
Don't compromise happiness.
there is no compromise about
There's no
happiness.
negotiation about
You
happiness.
have to make the marriage work.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say if something happened in my marriage right now, I'm just gonna walk out, pack my bags, and leave. I'm gonna let it work.
But you have to try to
But
make it work.
yeah,
first.
but if it's not gonna work, it's
Yeah.
not gonna work. So what am I gonna do?
But Hickey, that's the thing though. Sometimes people get in these situations and they don't want to put in the work, but they want the result.
Yeah.
But you being a good mother, taking
I'm
care
a
of
good
yourself.
wife.
No, let's start with the motherhood. Because
Yeah.
sometimes if you're not a good mother, you can't be a good wife.
Yes,
Because
true.
you're gonna be arguing with your husband about how you take care of your children,
Yeah.
right? So if you be a good mother, that side is covered. Being a good wife is easy. Because now you are able, like you said, balance.
Yeah.
You're able to balance being a mother, taking care of your children, that's being a good, taking care of your husband, that's being a good wife.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Some people don't know how to do that.
That's true.
Some people just think, oh yeah, we are together, everything is good, I don't have to worry, and then everything changes, which is why a lot of people are getting it wrong. You have to maintain that balance.
Yeah.
There's a time for your
But
children,
again,
there's
big
time
boy,
for your husband.
you have to be for you to be a good wife too, you have to have a good husband too.
But it's everybody have a role to play.
Yeah. Everyone have a
I'm
role
talking
to
about
play.
your role. I don't know about his role. That's my guy right there. He's a lovely, he's a nice. For you to be a good wife, it's easier for you because you have a loving husband, right?
Yes.
And he's a loving father. And he
Yes.
supports you in everything you're gonna do.
Yes.
So for you, some people get all of that and they still don't do the
Yeah.
right thing. So
And
what
you
you
still
say
have
makes
to
sense.
put the work into it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, people think like my husband, you see, before we started, what I did a phone call that I'm going to start a podcast now, right?
Yeah.
In front of you guys. Like, people see me and my husband, they'll think I just stand up and I just do things that I'm
Whatever you
going to
want.
do. No, like when the year start, I have to tell my husband, this is what I'm going to do this year. He knows. I have to give him the honor as a man. I have to play my own part for him to treat me. He's my king. Like, I want him to treat me like a queen, so I have to treat him like a king.
Yeah. goes
So
both
this
ways.
is what some women too fail to realize. When they know they have a good husband or good thing, they take advantage of
yeah.
the situation. They don't know what they're doing. Like,
And then when it goes wrong, it's somebody else's fault.
exactly, it's somebody else's fault. So it's all like it's a balance. That is when we come back to balance. You have to know. So that's why my vlogging is coming. I'm gonna be teaching you ladies
How to get that balance.
how to get that balance. It's not easy.
That balance both.
It's
That balance both.
not easy.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. But it is an interesting journey. Like, sometimes people said, "Oh, marriage is a scam. Marriage is not beautiful." I can say I've been in a good and bad marriage, so it just depends. Like,
People
like
should talk. People don't talk.
yeah, it just depends. Like sometimes if I wouldn't say you're lucky if you make the work. Sometimes you can work hard, you can be a good wife, but you can get a worse husband.
But that's very strange though, because if somebody is into you because of certain ways that you are, what people change as well. Don't forget. Because it's not really being lucky. Because if somebody loved you that much to make you the wife or to make you the girlfriend, because it's just something in your eye.
Yeah.
But then some people either they fake their way into that marriage, or they've changed who they were that you fall for, right? So if you fall for somebody this way and then they change, guess what? You're gonna change as well.
Yeah.
And then when you change, this is not what I wanted.
Yeah.
And then it becomes
Well,
a
big boy,
drama.
another thing again, but in life, one thing that is constant is change.
You can grow together,
Yes.
but
Yeah,
you can't change and go back into something completely different.
Yeah, that's
Because that I
true,
don't know.
yeah.
I'd have to find a way to fall in love with that new thing.
Yeah.
And if I don't like it, then we're not working together. So when you get into a relationship, it's no more change. It's called growth.
Yeah.
It's different. The language
Yeah,
changes.
yeah, growth. Yeah, you can grow together. Like I've grown so much with my husband. I would say that I start from scratch with my husband. And
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You have a blank canvas, you grow together, but
Yeah.
you're growing towards the same direction.
Yeah.
Whereas when you either go separately, that's a change.
yeah,
That's not a growth.
Yeah, that's true.
People say grow apart. You don't grow apart.
Yeah,
You change.
you change.
You become a different person.
You become a different person.
Because if
yeah.
me and you have one thing in common, we push into towards it, we working together. But as soon as we start going separate, guess what? Now we want different things. But some people use the wrong word. They call it, "Oh, we all grow separate. We all grow separate ways." Or no, you don't grow apart. Trees don't grow apart, right? It's the same root, yeah. Trees don't grow apart. The branches go different directions, but guess what? The base remains the
It's
same. So what I mean is, if you meet somebody, this is a foundation. You can grow together.
Or you can branch out differently.
You branch out differently, you're still growing on the same root. But
I'm
if you go plant a new tree and want me to, it won't work. Like you have friends and things like that, but you gotta put it into that perspective to keep it like that.
Anyway, that will be a discussion for another day.
Nah, but you know what? Thank you very much for coming, and I really appreciate and respect the fact that you're trying to take this to a new level. And I'm here to support you. Let's support each other. There's bread for everyone.
Yeah, it's bread for everyone.
So
Yeah, let's
get
support it. Anyway, guys, this is the studio. You can come here if you want. I know a few people that want to do content too. Come in the studio, hates Big Boy, or call me. I'll connect you with Big Boy. Ray's there. Come, let's work together. The space is here for everyone to come and shoot.
Respect.
The space is here.
And let's change the narrative.
Yeah, let's just change the narrative. We work together. No hate, no jealousy. Just
Teamwork. We have a different platform, but we are same.
Yeah, we have a different platform. I'm going to be coming to the podcast and I'm going to be dragging Big Boy into my vlogging too.
But we need to make a change. That's the most important thing, yeah?
So, thank you so much for having me.
It's been
it's
been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. It's been a long time coming.
I'm going to say one thing, I was like, I called even Ray yesterday. I said, Ray, my makeup artist is not in town. I don't think I can make Ray say to me, "Oh, do you want me to look around for you?" And then I said, "Okay, don't worry. I'll just come. Let me come." And so I'm grateful. I'm that I'm here today.
I'm happy you
thank
came.
you so much.
We're going to make sure everybody get the story.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Hikmatu.
Yeah, thank
All
you,
right.
Big Boy.